Hi guys, Iron Cameraman here. What if I told you that no one even came close to guessing Titan TV Man's plan? You'll probably think I have exclusive information since I'm so sure, but that's not the case. It's all about the fact that all the plans being circulated in the fandom don't really make sense for one simple reason. They fail. It's impossible to fight against Astro toilets with old strategies in our usual sense. Here you need a completely new approach, taking into account all their strengths. And yesterday it happened. Me and my team developed the most ingenious plan for TV Titan, and today we'll just talk about it. But not only is it worthy of your attention, what's also important is what TV Titan said about the fact that he's already died in episode 77. Yes, you heard right. Titan literally said that he can't be killed because he's already dead, which sounded pretty weird. We've never heard statements like that from any agent in the series before. What if TV Man Titan predicted his fate that awaits him in part 4 of episode 77? If you don't know what I mean, you should definitely watch this clip to the end. So sit back, grab something to eat, and don't forget about the likes. As soon as we get 10,000 likes, the next exclusive video comes out. Anyway, here we go. First, let's revisit the recently released short on the position of TV men's race in the war. As we could hear during the dialogue, the TV scientist says a rather interesting line: "The speaker men have been preparing their armada all along." And given the gravity of the time and the TV scientist's confidence, the Armada will indeed wield immense power. In case anyone doesn't already know, an Armada is a large number of heavy equipment acting in concert. In our case, it's all of the speakerman's previous weapons, but improved many times over. To be more precise, everything should be like in Cameraman 3.0, which means we are very likely to see improvements in speaker striders, large speakermen, aviation, and possibly new weapons. But that was already obvious to everyone, so I asked myself another question. When exactly are we going to see them? After analyzing it, I came to the conclusion that it will happen in episode 77. Yes, you heard me. It is very likely that we will be able to see the Speakermen Armada in action very soon. But if you think that's empty words, here are some facts to back up that theory. Let's start with the fact that throughout all parts of episode 77, each of Earth's races demonstrates their new technologies. For example, in part 1, we first saw the improvements of G-Squad. They have Astro technology. In part 2, we were shown the improvements of Cameraman race. In part 3, as you might have guessed, the TV men improved, including TV Man Titan with his electric shield, and TV Woman with the big TV man who got Astro Scorpion claws. I think it's not hard to guess that the next race should be the Speaker Men. Given that the improvements and stakes have been raised with each installment of episode 77, the Speaker Men will be more different from their previous version than anything else. In fact, this evidence may seem weighty, but it's just speculation. However, the second fact is already more significant. As we remember, even before the release of the second part, Boom answered questions from subscribers in Dom Studios' Discord server. And when asked, "Will Speaker Woman be improved soon?" Dafook responded positively with a thumbs-up response. If you think about it a bit, the improvement of Speaker Woman in this case will happen along with the rest of the race. Again, it all fits. There was improved Camera Woman in part 2 and improved TV Woman in part 3, so it's highly likely that Speaker Woman won't be left out either. However, there's a catch. Part 4 will focus on the Battle of the Giants, because at the very least, Titan TV Man and Juggernaut have to fight each other, and at the most, Titan Speakerman and G-Man have to appear. So it's hard to see how Boom will manage to show a war of small troops and a battle of huge fighters at the same time, given that TV men teleported the cameramen, even though they've improved quite nicely too. Does that mean the Speakermen will be powerful enough to help in the battle against the Juggernaut? This is where I suddenly remembered episode 73, where G-Man was helped in his battle with the 3 Titans by his little G-Squad friends, and quite successfully. After all, if it wasn't for them, Titan Cameraman would have killed G-Toilet by now. I could have assumed, as I did in previous videos, that the plan of TV Titan was to wait for the right moment and summon an armada of speakermen to defeat him in numbers. But after much thought, I realized that the whole Speakermen thing was originally conceived by TV men under the direction of TV scientist, if we're to believe what we saw in the short. However, after TV scientist mentions the Speaker Men, Titan TV Man proposes his own plan, which logically should be different from the original plan. After analyzing the situation, I've come to the conclusion that going out for a fair fight against Astro is suicide, and that's regardless of who he calls up, even if it's all the Titans with G-Man and Rock Dwayne Johnson on top of that. You know why? Because Astro toilets are like cockroaches. They come running as soon as there's a battle to be fought. Remember the Astro Scorpion fight with G-Man? The Juggernaut showed up at the last minute and saved him. It feels like they're all connected mentally and know where the big battles are happening. Even if TV Man Titan is confident that he can defeat Juggernaut with his plan, he should guess that at the end of the battle his other friends will show up and there's definitely nothing he can do against the mob. That's why I came up with a more ingenious plan than TV Man Titan. Instead of calling Speakerman, G-Man, or anyone else to Juggernaut, it would be better to teleport Juggernaut himself to them. He could arrange for the Speakermen to gather at one point, then successfully capture Juggernaut and teleport him there. And already on their own territory, under their own rules, they could have dealt with him and killed the hell out of him. First, it would confuse the Astro Toilets, who are used to knowing where to go and saving their own all the time. Second, after they kill the Juggernaut, they could teleport back with TV Titan while the Astro Toilets are wondering where their poor Juggernaut went. But somehow I feel like they'll be able to revive Juggernaut anyway, and that will be his second motivation to get revenge on the Alliance. That character has an interesting storyline with the death of his doggy, and killing him off so quickly would be odd in my opinion. By the way, you probably know that Boom did subtitles for Part 3 of Episode 77, and there was one phrase in that episode that makes you wonder about the origin of TV men and their understanding of the world. In Part 3 of Episode 77, during the time TV Man Titan was attacking the Astro Destroyer, after a swear word, he said, "You can't kill the dead." In my parsing, I said that TV Man said, "You can't kill death." But after listening and discussing it with my colleagues, I realized that this phrase could have meant exactly that Astro can't kill the dead, not death itself. And then I wondered, what did TV Man Titan mean by that phrase? Does he really know that he was once human but is now dead and his mind has been transferred into a large robot? Let's think about it. Most likely, as I suggested, he realizes he's not in his own body. He is well aware that he has been dead for a long time and is not, in fact, a living organism. It is an imitation of life, but not life itself. But why does he talk about it so easily? There are two possibilities. Either he guesses it, but he's still not entirely sure if it's true, since the words were spoken when there were no agents on the battlefield except the POV operator. After all, the TV men teleported everyone and only appeared after the last Astro Toilet was destroyed. Either all the agents already know they are no longer human. They remember their past lives but have realized that they can't get their old lives back and have accepted it once and for all. But even if that's true, it sounds very strange. So, I'm assuming that not all agents realized they were once human. Perhaps only the TV men and a select few agents like Camerawoman realize who they used to be, and only they fully remember their past lives. This could explain why they don't act like the gray masses. They realize that the rest of us know and remember nothing about their lives and still think they are human, whereas the TV men sadly realize the truth, and therefore take the war much more seriously than their allies. In fact, knowing what has gone before, they want to win at any cost, and for the sake of this victory, they are ready to sacrifice everything, even their allies. By the way, I was thinking, if humans and robots participated in wars together, even on the same side, humans would be much tougher on their allies, because they are robots. Let them fight, and we will only guide them. So this assumption could very well be true. While we're still talking about TV men, I want to mention the moment in the episode when TV Man Titan uttered the phrase that was on the leaked puzzle before Part 3. Someone is dying, but it's not me. Basically, it's a very interesting and beautiful phrase before the fight with the Astro, but what if that's how TV Man Titan predicted his future? Let me explain. Remember Episode 67, where Titan Cameraman, along with Speaker, fought against the scientist's mech suit? At that time, Cameraman revealed that he would chop off the scientist's head, but ended up almost losing his own in episode 67 of Part 3. And in episode 77 of Part 3, TV Man Titan said that someone is dying, then unwittingly predicted his own fate. However, if TV Man has even roughly the same ingenious plan as me, he may be able to avoid death in a clever way. If you enjoyed this, be sure to put like and subscribe to the channel. As soon as this video gets a lot of likes, I'll release a new video where I'll explain the whole situation around Officer Balls and show Boom's exclusives. Bye.